Oh, so this is just all my stuff. Oh, okay.
Wait, what was the mayor's name?
I don't know. Oh, hi. Hi, guys.
You should run.
No. That's for cowards.
I don't like how floppy their head things are. These monsters don't even understand doors.
It's... Oh my god. Ah! Whoa!
You're getting them. You're getting them.
Ooh! Oh no!
So what do you think these things represent?
Split personalities.
Oh. Yeah, it's good. Good guess.
Oh god, do you get it? They split you. God,
But also,
reload.
so is the blade. So is the blade a split blade. Mm-hmm. It is a bifurcated neck
great.
blade.
Yeah, it's bifurcated. Good point. Let's all think about that.
Look, there are multiple things that can be bifurcated.
What? Name some of the other ones.
Anything can be bifurcated.
Okay.
All it needs to do is be split in two.
Hey, this works better actually.
Oh.
Ooh.
Damn.
Do not. This was the wrong weapon. Reload. It's fine.
So, what do we think is the real nature of the... I know that we ask this every time we record, and it's because I always forget. Mm-hmm. What do we think is the real nature right now of this guy and his brother?
I mean, I think we've landed on many different places. At this point, I think it's,
We think that the brother died in the bus, and the idea that he didn't die is fake, or that there is no brother, right? There is no brother.
yeah, I think there is no brother, I guess is gonna be my current take.
Ooh, I like the pipe.
Whoa, come on.
Pretty cool how it sort of burst out of the wall like that, then, huh?
Ooh. No. This is so dumb.
Gotta cheese. Sometimes you gotta cheese them.
It's dumb.
This whole franchise is dumb.
Nah.
I mean, I almost want to give them a little bit of credit for this is maybe the sort of creepiest, scariest, and most dangerous, like, normal game enemy. Holy shit! That Silent Hill has had in a really long time, so.
I don't know. It's this is a good enemy, I would say.
I think Silent Hill has had a lot of really lackluster enemies.
I think now I can start.
Just running away from them?
Yeah, I can start looking for some alternate solutions to this. I sure am done watching this animation. Tell you what.
I'm surprised that you're still trying to kill them.
Well, I mean, this one, that was something. Listen,
I mean, the door was right there, which we know is super effective against them.
You've long known my stance on whether or not to kill the enemies or run away from them in Silent Hill. Oh boy, take your time, Alex.
You should run while they're getting up.
No, I should shoot them in the face.
Remember when you got ripped in half?
Yeah, I don't know.
He got ripped in half.
Yeah, that would have. I don't know. It's a little much for Silent Hill. I think we can agree.
Oh, I mean, it's a little much for a series that we hate because it's boring.
I don't
Maybe
hate
this is what
Silent Hill because
needs.
it's boring.
Well, it's boring and it's poorly made. You don't find the combat in Silent Hill to be typically extremely boring?
No. I don't think I do. But I mean, I'm sure you could, someone can now insert a supercut of every time I'm really bored during the combat of Silent Hill, I guess.
Are you bored now?
No.
Okay.
I wish it was a little better. I'm not bored.
Sure. But normally we wish it was a lot better.
It's okay, yeah. Like, I mean, it was abjectly awful in Silent Hill 4.
It was broken. I mean, it was literally
I mean, it's
doable. Dude, I better not hear you making excuses for Silent Hill 4 right now.
No. I'm thinking about this game. I'm like, I don't know. How functional is the combat in this one?
Seems pretty functional. You're fighting a new type of enemy that I think is supposed to be harder than anything you've fought
All right.
so far.
Okay.
And I think it's doing that.
I'll take it.
I don't know that I agree that what Silent Hill games need is to have harder combat. But at least there's a door behind you hadn't checked. There, yeah.
There really isn't a sprint. How many? I guess we've probably been over this so many times.
I feel like someone in the chat would have said if there's a sprint.
How's the chat doing? This was an unscheduled stream, so I don't know.
Yeah. Did we put it in the Discord, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Chat's hanging out. Chat's not doing anything.
Wait. It says the lock is broken, but it's not adding a lock is broken to the map. Weird.
That is weird.
What's the circled thing in the parking lot? How did I miss that? Oh, that's just where we're trying to get to.
You know what I've been playing?
What?
On Game Pass, they have the Yakuza 1 remake.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure which one you were playing. Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah, Kiwami and Kiwami 2 are both on Game Pass. And guess what?
What?
That game rules.
Wow.
They redid the translation. I mean, there's no English.
Oh, God.
But it is a brand new translation. And I believe they added some story stuff, and then they added some like new mini games and whatever.
Is there English VO?
And there is not English VO. But Boy is the voice acting and the really good, and the translation is really good. Which I found that the English voice acting in the original Yakuza 1 to be fine and kind of funny.
I thought it was great for its time, passable-ish by today's standards.
But after playing Yakuza 0 and now Kiwami 1,
look at this fucking thing.
The new translation is so much better. Like, the script is just way better.
This is silly.
So I don't know why you're reacting so negatively to. I mean, I don't love it, but like to the bigger monsters.
I feel like they're turning Silent Hill into Resident Evil 4, and I think it sucks ass.
But I guess I totally understand your point, except that Silent Hill already sucked ass.
Not when it was good.
Thanks.
When was that?
Alex, where's Wheeler?
Silent Hill 1.
I don't think he made it.
Yeah, that was 4 days ago.
We need to find Dr.
So, like
Can we stay underground?
I agree.
Come on.
Oh, we're gonna go underground. That makes sense. Let's go into the sewer. No monsters
the
down
parts
there.
that were bad about the other Silent Hill games weren't that like the monsters weren't like
Come on.
I don't know that like I didn't
All the monsters are humanoid, and I think that works thematically within Silent Hill.
for some reason I don't mean to like harp on the Resident Evil 4 thing so much. It's not that game specifically, but I can't really think of like an equivalent of what I mean. But you know, I think some of the criticism I heard about this game before I played it was that they like just turned it into like, or tried to turn it into like a typical 360 action game, and so far I haven't found that to be true. But these past two bosses and stuff, I kind of feel that those parts are starting to feel like that.
I don't know. Watching it, like, it does not look different from
It's getting worse, Alex.
how Silent Hill combat normally is, except for that Silent Hill combat is so boring normally. Like, at least there's something to roll away from. And I guess if that makes it look like a more traditional game, then maybe what Silent Hill combat did need was to be a little bit more typical.
We should watch the thing.
Your sister. I didn't know.
She vanished when all of this started.
You're very quiet.
Mom told me things had changed. I guess I didn't realize.
He's pretty quiet, too.
We're gonna find her, okay?
Things are quiet in the sewer.
This is all connected. And when we find Josh, we're gonna find her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who left this car here? How did this car get in the sewer?
Did they forget where this was when they were
put
doing
this
art
here?
assets? Also, this sewer does not look fully functional.
It must be the old sewer.
Yeah, we built a new sewer. The old sewer looked too much like a Silent Hill level, so we had to change it.
By that gate.
Thank you.
And then, so the other thing that Kiwami adds is the combat system from Yakuza 0. So they basically put in a mid-2010s combat system into a game from 2005. And it just totally changes it, pretty much. Instead of being a normal beat 'em up where you've got a list of moves that you can use, it does the Yakuza 0 thing of it gives you like 4 different fighting styles, each with their own like move sets and use cases that you can switch to at will, and it adds like a little bit of a puzzle thing, and a steeper learning curve.
Don't I? God.
Nice. But yeah, it rules.
I came
that game.
I came very close to spending money I didn't have on Yakuza Like a Dragon last night.
Well, you should instead, which I think is on Game Pass, play Yakuza 0.
I already own Yakuza 0.
Oh, well, you should play it because it fucking rules. It's so good.
Yeah, so I was able to tell myself to not play that and to buy Like a Dragon and instead play 0. I really like the idea of the turn-based RPG thing, and I really like the idea of playing a one-off Yakuza game that did not have the baggage of 7 additional games on it. 6.
You never played Judgment, huh?
No.
It's another good one.
Yeah, I was really. It was not the story for me at that time. Maybe I could enjoy it a little bit more now. I'm not sure.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I found all the stuff about legal systems in general and the Japanese legal system in particular. I found it just really depressing to learn about. It was like,
yeah, I mean the game isn't about. I mean, it's about that. It was just. I guess
I heard it talked about like 3 times in a row on like different podcasts or something, and it just really got me down.
Yeah. I mean, but you're also the good guy in the story.
I know.
You're not. You're a defense attorney, which is great. I mean, American media has conditioned people to think of like lawyer shows as prosecutor. We talked about this last game of the year.
Yeah.
Where it's like every fucking every cop show has prosecutors as like good guys, and every lawyer show has prosecutors as good guys. You have to go back decades to find when that was not like the default good guy in a lawyer show.
Phoenix Wright.
Well, that's another Japanese game, though.
I know.
Right. Is Phoenix Wright a prosecutor?
Wait, what? No, it was samurai dogs. They were eating hot dogs.
What?
What do you mean? Phoenix Wright 1 has this like really funny localization where they act like it's America and it's clearly not.
Oh, okay. I've never played a Phoenix Wright game, so.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, but the more important thing about Judgment is that you spend about 1% of the game in a courtroom. Like it is just a guy. Like you play a guy who used to be a lawyer. There is nothing about courtroom or court cases.
I guess the idea of like it's a game about a lawyer, but you still beat people up like it's Yakuza sounded very silly to me, and I was also like, well, I still haven't even played Yakuza 0, so why wouldn't I?
You play 100% of the game as a private investigator, not as a lawyer. He just used to be a lawyer.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
That's
I mean,
okay.
same thing though. I mean, whatever. It sounded silly.
Oh, also you were raised by a Yakuza guy. You're raised by the captain of a family.
Wait. Oh no, wrong. Sorry.
And, I think it was.
I mean, I really don't like beat 'em ups very much, which is why I haven't really wanted to play Yakuza 0. And it's also like, if I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna play Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna play a beat 'em up,
So, Judgment has a better plot, but playing as Kiryu and Majima in Yakuza 0, they're just like so much more likable characters, and it takes a lot before Judgment reaches that spot with its 2 main characters, where like, I don't know, it's just
2 main
like
characters?
It's you play as one character and then you have a friend who is in love with you.
A friend who's in love with you?
Yeah, I think his name's Kanji.
Hey, don't go down there. What are you doing? Get out of the way!
What? Did you say something? What the fuck, L? Bye.
I mean, it looks like she doesn't have health, and that's great, but what the fuck?
But yeah, Judgment has like a really competent sort of noir story,
Okay.
which is pretty adjacent to the thing that Yakuza seems to be doing
Maybe-
already anyway.
yeah.
But
Maybe other people are just bad at talking about that game. Maybe
I think so.
specifically the way Alex Navarro talks about Judgment doesn't make me want to play Judgment.
Did he like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, like, I remember listening to all the weeks he was still playing Judgment and just thinking like, that doesn't sound appealing. But then when you talk about it, I think, that sounds medium appealing.
Yeah. It's like, it is sort of, I think, an almost equally good game to... it's not as silly and goofy as Yakuza can get, and that is the best stuff about Yakuza, is like the silly, goofy stuff. Your intro to Majima, a character that we know from Yakuza 1. I don't know if you remember him, but he's like the crazy Yakuza guy who beats up his own man at the beginning of the game, and you fight him, and we had a really, really hard fight with him.
Yes, I remember all of it.
Yeah, with the baseball bat. So he's a fan favorite character.
Yeah.
And I always was like, how is this guy a fan favorite? He sucks.
Yeah.
And for literally the first scene of him in Yakuza 0, and he is my new favorite character in anything. It's so good.
Okay.
And then part of the touch ups that they do to Yakuza 0 or to Yakuza Kiwami 1 is to like remake him into a character you can like in this game, not by removing anything that he does, but by adding a bunch of new stuff with him. It's great.
So there was a place I couldn't get across because it was full of water. And then I did a thing and got rid of some water, and I can't find that place again.
No map, I assume?
I mean, no, I have a map.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I was looking at the map at the time.
Damn.
Oh, here it is. Well, actually, maybe I should save. Nah.
Maybe I should. I have Kiwami 2 downloaded to play when I'm done with Kiwami 1. But now maybe I just want to play Yakuza 0 again.
Should we just do it for run button? Should we just do the thing?
I don't know. That's a lot of work.
And it's what is that the synthesis of Shenmue and Yakuza 1 that we need? So where did that get me anywhere? Sorry, stop paying attention. What happened? Where am I?
Goof Troop
Okay,
in the
this is
chat
all
is
new.
saying that Kiwami 2 is immediately better than Kiwami 1, which I'm sold because I love Kiwami 1 already. And I love Kiwami 1, and it's a game that
so
I
fucked
didn't
up.
like when we played the original one.
That's so fucked up.
It made us so mad that we quit. And part of it is because I don't know if you remember specifically why we
The combat
quit.
was terrible.
The combat was terrible.
Atrocious.
We quit because the spikes in we were being constantly assaulted by extremely easy and annoying fights, which are much easier to avoid now, by the way. But then the flip side is that the actual story progression demanded such competence that we literally were unable to do it. And now I'm like doing like challenge fights for fun because the combat is so much fun.
That's fucked up. I can
Yeah.
barely envision that. That's not anything.
I'm doing this, by the way, instead of buying. You were going to spend money you didn't have on Like a Dragon, I was going to spend money I didn't have on Cyberpunk, which is funny because at least you were going to spend money on a game you thought you might like.
I'm sick in the head. I was also considering that too. Cause then I was like, cause we just like to have opinions about what's going on in video games, I think. So I just felt like I needed to play it just to know what everyone was talking about. But that's like, no.
The flip side is that I also think that there are parts of that game that I would enjoy. You know what I mean?
I listened to like 5 minutes of their discussion of it on the Bombcast earlier today before I got sidetracked. But hearing that Keanu Reeves is in all of it, and that his acting isn't very good, and the writing that he's acting out is also not very good. That just sounds so unappealing.
I don't trust. I can't listen to either Giant Bomb podcasts and take any opinion that they have on video games and apply it to what I will think about a game.
Wow,
it doesn't work. I like them, and I like the things that they have to say about video games, but I am only ever disagreeing with them on stuff, pretty much. Like, or at least the rate of agreement to disagreement, like the ratio of agreement to disagreement with them, is so high that I can't just like take on faith that I'll agree with what they say, unless it's like, you know, I just need more. I need more than what those people have to say about it.
So I think that is how I feel about the Beastcast, which is why I don't listen to the Beastcast anymore. But I don't think that's quite true about the Bombcast for me yet.
I think Jeff Gerstmann, more than anyone, has wild opinions that about and it's like maybe 70% of the time. Like, when he has a real take on something, it's like a total coin toss whether or not I think it's applicable to me. Which is funny because I do think that I like a lot of the same kinds of games that Jeff does, but still,
same. I feel like half the time these days I agree with Jeff's take on a game completely, and I totally feel 100% the opposite and like don't understand that take at all. Ooh, look at my little back.
I haven't done a lot of thinking about why this is. But I do think it has a lot to do with them maybe not being very good at taking a game that they don't like and talking about what they do like about it. So if they don't like a game, they'll talk about all the things that they didn't like about it, and it ends up not giving me a very good sense of what's in there. And then when they do like a game, they do the same thing. They still don't do a very good job of talking about what they do like in it. And it not that it comes across as a particularly.
Are we also guilty of that? I feel like we're often very negative about the games we like. If you listen to our Game of the Year podcast,
it's not about being too negative. I don't mean to say that they're too negative. It's just that they're not good at not that they're not good at it, but they don't describe what they like about things in a way that's useful to me. You know what I mean? I don't mind that they're negative about games. I'd rather hear a criticism of a game that is honest than hear like them just only talk about things that they liked. The problem is that the way that they talk about things that they like is not often useful for me. And so I end up not getting a very good sense of like,
no, this is not anything. I know I do this every time, but that camera is so slow. Can't speed it up.